do you look for? What impresses an audition panel?
I think what impresses an audition panel is somebody that, it's like I was saying in my article, it's that, from the chorus line, it's that 5, 6, 7, 8. It's been snappy, it's been quick, it's been eager, it's been quick. In a weird way, it's keeping that momentum all of the way through the class. And the hard thing for people in auditions is they tend to start well, but don't finish so well. And
Ah,
that's part of the test of the audition. It's an hour and a half typically. It's typically an open class format. Sometimes there's pas de deux exercises at the end if they want to see that with the men. But typically it's just an hour and a half class. So really you can't just do a fantastic plie and then by Grand Allegro fade out. So I always encourage, because that's the last thing that people see is the Grand Allegro, and often in auditions for open classes, they'll hold fouettes or grand turns,
right.
which are the coda turns. And so you want to make a very good impression. So I always say to people, make sure you've got at least 16 fouettes, at least 16 turns in second, ideally 32 in your bag if you're doing a classical ballet audition,
Right.
because typically speaking, people will want to see your virtuosity, how technically capable you are. And those kind of steps give a good baseline for entering a ballet company. And your Grand Allegro, Petit Allegro, things like that just have to be very good as well. They can't all of a sudden do wonderful pirouettes and then can't jump off the ground. That's just not going to work.
Yeah.
So the Allegro needs to be very good because often that's the lasting impression.
Any tips on what not to do in an audition? What really puts a panel off?
Yeah, look, I had one funny audition actually. It was at QUT when I was a lecturer there. And I remember I was sitting at a class and I had one of the girls that she kind of looked at me like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? I've never seen this in my. So that's probably not a good thing to do in audition if you look completely lost. I think
Do
if
you mean
you,
attitude? Was it attitude or she was
yeah, kind of
physically
attitude,
lost?
I've got to
Okay,
say. Yeah.
okay.
So definitely no attitude in
Right,
audition. I mean,
right.
you don't want to see, leave your attitude outside.
Okay.
I always say auditions are you on your best day. They're like a job interview, exactly the same. You don't come into a job interview and look scruffy and unprepared. It's exactly the same in audition. Even more so because you're um, choosing to go. So when you're in auditions, you have to be at your best form. You have to look the part. So you have to present yourself. You have to be your tidiest clothes that you're comfortable wearing, but also your clothes that will show off your shape, that's not going to hide your body. All those kind of things are so important. Basically, what you wear in an exam class is kind of what you want to wear in an audition class, but you can have a little bit of personality. It doesn't need to be too bland, but you definitely want to present yourself to the best that you can.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. All right. Thank you, Matthew.